is an intellectual. He's been very consistent in any of the discussions that I've ever had with him.
Consistent about what?
About his commitment to a secular Syria. He's someone who believes, for example, that Christians have rights, that women have rights, and that's in the Constitution that was passed in 2012.
But you're kind of painting him as a good guy.
Well, this whole discussion is about good guys or bad guys. It's about people in extraordinary circumstances. A tremendous tragedy in Syria right now, affecting people from one end of the country to the other. And so he happens to be the president right now.
And he's doing bad things, right?
You know what? The Army, and I pressed him on this. Greg Palkot, who did a terrific job, it was great to be there with him. We both pressed him on the fact that the Syrian people are suffering, and that people are suffering as a result of the actions of his army, as well as the jihadists who have come from all over the world.
Okay, but let's assume there are no good guys in Syria. Let's assume they're all bad, all right? The rebels are bad, Assad's bad.
War is bad.
War is bad, and I agree. But you're talking with a guy who basically is killing civilians. Now, I believe he gassed the people, but you know.
But the UN report didn't conclude that.
But Mr. Moon, in charge of the UN, basically said
it was an offhand
it.
comment, Bill. He never.
Well, that's
he
what
didn't
he
have
believes.
any proof. I mean, you have to have proof.
All right, look. You have to have proof. I don't have to have proof because I know the region and I know that the other people didn't have the delivery system to do it. Only he has the delivery system. But I don't want to argue that now. I want to argue the fact that this guy is a killer, and I believe he will be charged with war crimes somewhere down the line or wind up like Gaddafi in a ditch with a bullet in his head. He's done. However, you seem to see some good in him. Or am I reading you wrong?
I think that you have to look at the situation in Syria as being an extremely complex situation where people who are in power and people who are vying for power each have different goals. What I've learned in the interview that I did with Greg Palkot is that President Assad is someone who is fighting not a civil war, but protecting his country against a sectarian war that is being visited through the money of Saudi Arabia and Qatar. He didn't say that, but I know that from my own studies.
Sunni versus Shia, fundamentalist versus secularist. I got it. But let's face it, who backs him? Who's his primary backer? Iran.
Oh, no, actually, you have to look at the war.
Wait. Iran is his primary backer, and the people keeping him alive are Iranian Revolutionary Guards who are actually in Syria fighting on his behalf. And then Putin is arming him. So these are bad guys.
Let me take my Fox contributor hat off for a second.
Sure,
okay?
Go ahead.
I'm about American interests. What's in the best interest of Americans?
Again,
it wasn't in America's interest to attack Syria.
And certainly most of the people agree with you on that.
I looked at Damascus, okay?
Yeah.
1.7 million people, densely populated. A missile strike there would kill tens of thousands of people and spread war across the region.
Just like who gassed, the people can make up their own mind. The facts are the facts. But let's get back to Assad and you. I mean, you got the interview because Assad likes you, I assume. He didn't call up and say, hey, send O'Reilly over there, although I'd love to do it.
I think it would have been an even better interview.
Believe me, it would have been. I don't know if it would have been better. It would have been different.
I think it would be amazing to have O'Reilly interview.
I am very concerned about Iran, villainous country, Putin, clear villain, supporting this guy. And that tells me he's not a good guy. I'll give you the last word.
We have to talk to people. You know, one of the things.
I'm glad you went over. You and Palkot, I'm glad you guys went over.
Greg Palkot did a great job.
Absolutely.
We have to talk to people. Even if we disagree with them, we must talk to them. So we have to talk to Syria, we have to talk to Iran, we have to be in touch with Russia.
I agree 100%. And next time, I want you to take me. I'll wear a Greg Palkot mask.
Deal.
All right? All right? So they'll think it's... Palkot's a lot smarter than I am, but I'm so much more obnoxious than you guys.
You know what?
I might be able to shake him up a little bit.
That would be the ultimate interview.